The sister wives world has just been rocked to its core. After years of carefully crafted smiles, emotional interviews, and tearful confessions, a shocking revelation about Kody and Robyn Brown has surfaced. One that threatens to destroy the fragile image they've worked so hard to maintain. Fans who have followed their story from the beginning are now reeling as what was once believed to be a tale of true love and divine connection is now being exposed to something far darker and more manipulative than anyone could have imagined. What exactly did Kody and Robyn lie about, and why did they go to such great lengths to hide it from the world? The answers are finally coming to light, and the truth is more explosive than fans ever expected. For over a decade, Sister Wives has given viewers an inside look into the complex dynamics of the Brown family, a once polygamous clan bound by faith, loyalty, and the dream of building a united plural household. But behind the veil of family togetherness, something darker was always lurking. In the beginning, the audience fell in love with the uniqueness of Kody Brown's family. They saw him as a husband struggling to balance 4 wives, each with their own personalities, dreams, and insecurities. But as the years went by, the cracks began to show. And through it all, one relationship always stood apart, the one between Kody and Robyn Brown. Robyn entered the family with an image of purity and vulnerability. She was presented as the woman who saved Kody from emotional exhaustion and reminded him what love was supposed to feel like. But as time passed, viewers began to notice a disturbing pattern. The more Robyn's presence grew, the more the other wives faded into the background. Christine, Janelle, and Mary each had their own moments of heartbreak and emotional withdrawal, and slowly, the Brown family transformed from a unit built on shared values into one dominated by favoritism and power imbalance. For years, fans suspected there was more going on than what the cameras showed. Now, new revelations confirm that Kody and Robyn's relationship wasn't just unfair. It was built on a carefully maintained lie that both of them worked hard to protect. It all began with the illusion of spiritual equality. When Robyn first joined the family, Kody insisted that she, like his other wives, was a spiritual wife, meaning their marriage was not legally recognized, but bound by faith. He maintained that he could not show favoritism or give any wife a higher status. But years later, when Kody divorced his first wife, Mary, and legally married Robyn to adopt her kids, fans started questioning his motives. At the time, Kody insisted it was a selfless act, that the legal marriage was purely for the benefit of Robyn's children, to give them stability and a father figure. But according to recent reports and emotional fan observations, that explanation may have been part of a much bigger deception. In private conversations and leaked insider claims, it's been revealed that Kody's legal marriage to Robyn wasn't just about the kids. It was about cementing her position as the only wife he truly intended to keep. While he continued to film Sister Wives and preach about equality and plural harmony, Kody was already planning a future where Robyn would stand as his sole partner. Sources close to the family claim that Robyn was fully aware of this shift and used her emotional influence to help maintain the illusion of unity for as long as possible. Fans watching the show in recent seasons saw this dynamic play out as Kody grew increasingly cold toward Christine, Janelle, and Mary. Christine, in particular, became the emotional center of resistance. She sensed early on that Robyn's relationship with Kody had crossed from fair partnership into something entirely different. Christine often spoke about feeling like she was competing for Kody's attention, and that no matter what she did, she couldn't win. Now, as time has revealed, she was right. Kody and Robyn's biggest lie was pretending that their love was equal to the rest. It wasn't. Their marriage was always the endgame, and the other wives were slowly being phased out, both emotionally and physically. What's truly heartbreaking is how long this deceit was carried out. The cameras captured years of family meetings where Kody would insist that the wives need to be more obedient, that they weren't doing enough to make the family function. Meanwhile, Robyn would cry softly beside him, acting as the voice of empathy and understanding. But behind those tears, many fans believe Robyn was helping to script the emotional narrative. one that painted her as the loyal, misunderstood partner, and the others as bitter and rebellious. Every time Kody criticized his exes for being disrespectful, Robyn was there, nodding quietly, reinforcing his authority. Together, they shaped a version of events that made their betrayal seem justified. Now, the truth is catching up. In the latest season of Sister Wives, Kody has been forced to face uncomfortable questions from fans, producers, and even his own children. His older kids, particularly those from Christine and Janelle, have openly expressed their anger and disbelief. They've accused him of abandoning the family structure he once claimed was sacred, replacing it with a hierarchy where Robyn reigns supreme. Viewers have seen the emotional fallout, the tears, the isolation, and the deep resentment that's grown among the children who feel forgotten. Even Mary, who once stood by Kody through every storm, has finally walked away, admitting that she had been holding on to a fantasy. Her statements in recent interviews confirm what fans long suspected, that the emotional connection between Kody and his other wives had been gone for years. What kept the illusion alive was Kody and Robyn's insistence that the family was still whole, that they were still guided by faith. But that faith, as it turns out, was nothing more than a shield used to disguise personal ambition and fear of public backlash.
Just when fans thought they had seen every possible twist in the Sister Wives saga, the new episode teaser has sent shockwaves through the fandom. In a dramatic moment that no one saw coming, one of the Brown family stars drops a confession so powerful, so unexpected, that it could change the family's story forever. The teaser, brief but emotional, hints at heartbreak, betrayal, and truths long buried beneath the surface. Viewers across the world are buzzing with questions, and social media is ablaze as fans dissect every second of the preview, desperate to uncover what this stunning revelation could mean for the family's already fragile dynamic. The Sister Wives universe has never been short on drama, emotion, and family chaos. But this time, the storm feels different. A new episode teaser has dropped, and one of the stars, whose identity the producers cleverly kept under wraps until the final seconds, has delivered a confession that is nothing short of explosive. The moment the teaser hit TLC's social media channels, fans began dissecting every frame, every tremble in the voice, and every lingering silence. Something monumental is about to unfold, and it could reshape everything we thought we knew about the Brown family story. The clip opens with the familiar, sweeping shot of Flagstaff's mountains, the home base that once symbolized Kody Brown's dream of unity and peace. But this time, the tone is darker. The music is tense, the lighting more subdued, and the voices heavier with emotion. As Christine, Janelle, Mary, Robyn, and Kody appear one by one, the silence between their words says more than any argument ever could. And then, in a sudden, heart-pounding cut, one of them says it. "There's something I haven't told anyone, not even the cameras." Those 12 words ignite a wildfire of speculation. Within minutes, social media exploded. Reddit threads filled with fan theories ranging from hidden pregnancies to secret relationships and financial scandals. Facebook groups devoted to the show saw thousands of comments pouring in. Longtime fans, who have followed the Browns through every emotional high and devastating low, immediately sensed that this wasn't a typical storyline tease. It was something far more personal. The voice in the teaser, emotional yet firm, belongs unmistakably to one of the Brown women. The confession isn't made in anger nor in sorrow. It's made with a sense of finality, a weight that suggests years of silence finally breaking. In the seconds that follow, Robyn is shown wiping tears from her eyes, Kody looks stunned, and Janelle whispers something inaudible to Christine, whose expression shifts from shock to understanding. The silence that follows is deafening, the kind of moment that defines a reality show for years to come. The clip cuts to the producer's interview chair, where the unnamed star sits with red-rimmed eyes, her voice trembling as she begins, "I kept this to protect my kids, but now it's time." The screen fades to black. Next week on Sister Wives, everything changes. In the days following the teaser's release, fan theories reached fever pitch.
Some believe the confession could be tied to finances, as the Browns' complicated property dealings have long been a source of friction. Others suspect a romantic revelation, perhaps one of the wives admitting she's found new love after years of heartache. But a few fans think this could be something deeper, perhaps related to long-standing family tensions that viewers have only seen fragments of on screen. The speculation only grew when Christine Brown shared a cryptic Instagram story hours after the teaser dropped. Against a backdrop of soft music and a cup of coffee, she wrote, "The truth always sets you free, even when it hurts." Within minutes, her story was shared across fan pages, with comments exploding in excitement and confusion. Was Christine the one who made the confession? Or was she subtly supporting another wife's decision to come clean? Meanwhile, Mary Brown posted something equally mysterious, a photo of a sunrise with the caption, "A new day, a new chapter, and no regrets." Fans immediately drew connections between the two posts, believing both women were hinting at the same upcoming revelation. Mary's journey since her emotional split with Kody has been one of rediscovery, and Christine's newfound independence has been empowering to watch. Could the bombshell be a confession from one of them? Perhaps about the real reasons behind their separations? Kody, known for his defensiveness and fiery temperament, has remained silent on social media. For fans, his silence speaks volumes. In previous seasons, Kody's inability to handle emotional honesty has been a recurring theme. Viewers still recall the tension in his face during Christine's departure, or the frustration in his voice when Janelle challenged his authority. Now, if this new bombshell touches his pride, fans are bracing for a volatile reaction.
It turns out Kody Brown's latest reality TV venture has become his most humbling experience yet. The controversial Sister Wives patriarch, known for his bravado and self-assured attitude, found himself face-to-face with a group of no-nonsense celebrities on Special Forces' World's Toughest Test, and they didn't go easy on him. Instead of admiration, Kody got a verbal takedown so savage that even his one so-called compliment left fans wincing. What was meant to be a fresh start quickly spiraled into an on-screen humiliation, revealing just how far his reputation has fallen since the Sister Wives world turned its back on him. Kody Brown's attempt to reinvent himself has never been easy, but his recent appearance on Special Forces' World's Toughest Test proved that redemption might be even harder than he imagined. When the Sister Wives patriarch stepped onto the grueling reality competition, many fans assumed he was ready to prove something, not just to himself, but to the millions who had watched his family unravel on television. But what unfolded was nothing short of a televised reckoning, one that left Kody battered in more ways than one. The show, known for breaking down even the toughest participants, paired Kody with celebrities from all walks of life, athletes, actors, and reality stars with reputations of their own. Yet from the first day, it was clear that Kody's presence was a lightning rod for tension. The man who once strutted across Sister Wives with his golden curls and patriarchal confidence suddenly found himself among people who weren't impressed by his fame or his story. To them, he wasn't a leader or a visionary. He was just another contestant trying to survive the brutal conditions. And that, perhaps, was the first blow to his pride. Sources close to production revealed that the tension started almost immediately. While most castmates bonded over shared experiences, Kody reportedly isolated himself, preferring to talk about his life lessons and leadership experience rather than joining in with the group. One insider described his attitude as preachy and overconfident, noting that the others began rolling their eyes every time he spoke. To many of them, it felt like Kody was trying to run the camp, not realizing that in Special Forces, there are no patriarchs, only equals trying to endure the brutality. By the second episode, things had taken a turn for the worse. During a team challenge that required trust and cooperation, Kody's controlling instincts kicked in. He tried to take over, barking instructions and criticizing teammates when they didn't follow his lead. It didn't sit well with the others, especially those who were used to commanding respect in their own fields. One castmate reportedly snapped at him, saying, "You're not in charge here, dude. We don't follow your rules." That line, according to multiple accounts, silenced Kody for the first time in the competition. From that point on, his reputation among the group plummeted. The man who once prided himself on being the head of a large family now found himself ostracized by his temporary one. Viewers at home could feel the shift too. Online commentary poured in as the episode aired, with fans noting that Kody looked defeated and lost, struggling to adjust to a world where his authority meant nothing. The irony wasn't lost on longtime Sister Wives followers who had watched him alienate his wives with the same domineering behavior. The real turning point came during what the show calls a truth exercise, where participants are encouraged to open up about their lives, regrets, and the lessons they've learned. Kody, never one to shy away from dramatics, reportedly launched into a lengthy speech about his struggles as a polygamist, his faith, and how misunderstood he feels by the public. But rather than earning sympathy, his castmates seemed unimpressed. One even muttered under their breath that Kody never takes responsibility for anything. The room fell into an awkward silence, and for once, Kody didn't have a comeback. But it was what happened next that became the moment fans couldn't stop talking about. When asked to describe each teammate with one word, one of Kody's castmates gave him what sounded like a compliment, until you thought about it twice. They called him consistent. The room chuckled, but the undertone was clear. It wasn't consistency in strength or leadership they were referring to. It was his unwavering arrogance and inability to read the room. Even Kody seemed to catch the hidden insult, forcing an awkward smile while the others laughed around him. It was, as one viewer later tweeted, the most backhanded insult in reality TV history. That single word became a viral moment online. Memes flooded social media, mocking Kody's reaction and turning consistent into the new buzzword for delusional self-confidence. Fans joked that it was the nicest insult Kody had ever received, perfectly summing up years of stubbornness that defined his time on Sister Wives. Reddit threads lit up with commentary, some users calling it poetic justice after watching him dismiss his wife's feelings for years. Others simply found it hilarious that Kody, a man used to being surrounded by people too cautious to challenge him, had finally met his match. As episodes continued to air, it became obvious that Kody's relationships with his castmates weren't improving. Though he occasionally tried to fit in, the damage was done. One of the producers reportedly had to intervene at one point, reminding Kody that the point of the show was to learn humility and teamwork. But humility, as fans have often noted, is not Kody Brown's strong suit. During a particularly grueling challenge in freezing conditions, he was heard muttering about how unfair the leadership structure was, complaining that his advice wasn't being taken seriously. Once again, his teammates rolled their eyes and the audience groaned.